is the Big O Show. This 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 is the Big O Show.
When presenting an award to an employee, athlete, executive, or fantasy GM, make sure you call Orvieto's Awards and More. For 35 years, these custom award specialists have been providing plaques, trophies, custom framing, while providing state-of-the-art laser and computerized engraving, UV printing, and glass crystal etching. They do all their engraving and printing in-house for quality control. Call Charles at 305-949-8098 or visit them at orvietosawards.com. Orvieto's Awards and More, where recognition is rewarding.
For over 16 years, EJDconstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDconstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
There's just one place to celebrate our happy. There's just one place to celebrate our happy new model year. Acura of Pembroke Pines. Plus last chance savings on a 2024 RDX. $379 a month at Acura of Pembroke Pines.
Oh, I think I know what this is. Houston, we have a package. Hello?
No matter where you are, the Sloman Shield home security system guards your home. With next-gen perimeter protection, 24/7 monitoring, and interior motion sensing. And right now, get a free Sloman Shield security system and doorbell camera, all professionally installed, for free.
Shield your world, the Sloman Shield.
Welcome to Caneswear. New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, InterMiamiCF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
Welton Rayom has more than 62 years of litigation experience handling insurance disputes. They're committed to resolving even the toughest insurance claims quickly. Call them for a free consultation. 954-966-4646. At Welton Rayom, they don't get paid unless you win. Property damage claims to your home, business, or condo as a result of a hurricane. Welton Rayom can help. Water, mold, fire, smoke damage, Welton Rayom can help. Call 954-966-4646. After 40 years, the Big Cheese Miami is still producing great Italian food. They started in 1984. Since then, they've been winning awards while being voted the best inexpensive Italian restaurant in Miami. Visit them for great food, amazing service. Witness the decades of Cane's memories. The walls are like a Miami Hurricanes Hall of Fame. The Big Cheese delivers anything on its menu or party platter menu to your home, office, or even a park for a picnic. Located at 8080 Southwest 67th Avenue, Miami. Call 305-662-6855. TheBigCheeseMiami.com, where they serve large portions at family prices.
If you're looking to take your home or business to the next level, then RM Contractors and Custom Drywall can assist you. RM specializes in new residential turnkey, new commercial turnkey, home and office remodeling. Call them for free estimates. Serving all of South Florida, licensed and insured. Call Ray or Mike, 305-345-3649. You work hard to create the perfect atmosphere. You dream it, we'll build it. RM Contractors and Custom Drywall, 305-345-3649 or Instagram at RMC Fisher Island.
The viewpoint statements or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyAccess.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website. When it comes to South Florida sports teams, very few in the media have witnessed, lived, and covered it like the Big O. Let's start the program dedicated to your favorite South Florida teams with a passion that's unmatched. The Big O Radio Show is on. Here's the Big O.
All righty. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Yes, sir. Time to rock and roll. Wait a minute. Is this it's kind of bluish? It's kind of whitish. Wait a minute. Hold on. There we go. Now I've got now instead of looking like an alien, I have a little bit of color there. All right. Welcome aboard. Time to rock and roll. Man, what do we do? We got it like right away, right? Why don't we do this? Why don't we give InterMiami a victory cigar? Yeah, baby. Our friends at Perdomo. There's Nick lighting up a good one. There we go. 2-1. This game should have been 8-1, dude. We talked about this on the show, that Atlanta's a pain in the ass. They're not that good. You know, I know the goalie played out of his mind today, you know, and he's obviously a legend here in the States, and dude played in the Premiership, okay? So, you know, you're not a slapdick if you're playing out in England. But they should have scored so many goals, dude. This was a frustrating game. Okay. I mean, they had no business just winning 2-1. They put on a show in those first 35 minutes. And, you know, you hit the post twice. It's just, I don't know. It just, these guys, I don't know how they just missed a bunch of shots, and then, you know, they were in the right place at the right time. Atlanta making some defensive plays. It was a really frustrating game because it seems like Atlanta, it's not like they have, I mean, this is Miami's first win against Atlanta. They were 0-1-1. They had a loss and a tie against Atlanta this year. This was their first win. And for whatever reason, and they beat Messi 3-1. For whatever reason it is, I can't explain it, but it's just kind of odd because, man, Miami does not play well against this team at all. It's wacky, but I mean, what are you going to do? You know? It's just really amazing overall. By the way, we are also brought to you by Caneswear today, and our friends at Caneswear are having 30% off everything InterMiami. Use our code BIGO10 and you will get 10% off. I'm just saying, You're going to get 30% off on Inter Miami gear. Throw in a big O10. You will get 10% off more. You want to get a Messi jersey. You want to get a Messi shirt. You want to get a flag. You want to get a hat. Anything like that. We are headed to the Cup. Just got to get past Atlanta here, man. Jesus, dude. This is just not easy, bro. But go see Brett and Jeff and John, all the guys out there, man. They know how to get it done. They are good people out there, and they will take care of you. Tell them that Big O sent you, and trust me, they will take care of you. Don't forget, you can also make a donation to the show, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That's Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo. And you can always send a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation. We always appreciate that because we love that. Hit the like button. That's another way that you can support the hell out of the show. Hit the like button there. Very, very, very important. And visit our amazing sponsors, bro. That's what it's all about. We have great sponsors. Take care of them. They'll take care of you. R&M Contractors, big sponsors of our crypto show. So make sure you take care of them also. They can fix your home, your condo, Dade, Broward counties. Make sure you call Ray and Mike, and they'll take care of you. Take care of our great sponsors who take care of us, folks. What do we got here? Giovanni is on. He says, Ian Frey. I know, Ian Frey, this is his fourth knee injury now. It was the right knee. He already has one torn ACL there. The left knee, 2 torn ACLs. Was this his second tear on his right? I mean, the way he had his head in his shirt, Ian's blown out his ligament 3 times. He knows. Sadly, he knows exactly what went on. I mean, Jesus, man. So sad. And what an amazing kid to fight back from all of that. And now he's got to try to do it again. That's insanity, man. I feel terrible for him. I'm with you, Giovanni. My heart felt for him because it was already a frustrating night because they should have won comfortably and everything that could possibly go against them went against them. I mean, they're clearly the better team. You know what I mean? But it was frustrating. Luis Medina. Thank you, sir. It says, play the game you dream. Unbelievable. Miami didn't win 5-1. Easily. It's crazy. Joseph Fontina, you got your Yankees going. I think it's 2-2 in the 8th, the last time I checked. Frankie, yeah, the goalie was amazing, dude. Yes. Josh is in the house. Let's go Inter Miami. We want the cup. Carlo Alfaro. Alba was clutch. Alba's been awesome this year, man. He has been, but he is an awesome player, so he's supposed to be awesome. And you remember, in the middle of the season, he dealt with the injury that he was out for a while and had to go through all of that. So that was really, really cool. Ray Sosa, great win by Inter. Don't care if it wasn't pretty. No, hey, man, you got to just find a way to win. And now you got to try to finish him off. Next Saturday, we'll be in Buffalo at that time. So I don't know if we're going to have a post-game show because it's at 7 o'clock. So maybe we can do something from the hotel on that day because I'll be watching it because I can watch it on Apple. So that's cool. I can always watch it on my computer, or if I can put Apple on the local TV, I'll do it. So I'll watch it, and if what's it called, Sean can set me up, I'll do something on Saturday night from there, from Buffalo, for that post-game show for Game 2. You got to eliminate them. You can't allow them to hang around, and you gave them too much life today. I mean, I shouldn't say that, dude. They hit the post. There was twice, and there was a whole bunch of kind of lucky blocks that they happened. It almost like it felt like Angels in the Outfield, that movie from years ago, right? It felt like they had an angel in the box. That's kind of what I felt like. We played against the Angels United, not the Atlanta United today, because se reventaron all over the place today, as we say in Spanish. Oscar, we gave him the victory cigar already. Thomas Bocero Inter was much better than the result. Yes, I'm with you. The goal they allowed to Atlanta was bad defense. Yeah, you know what, Frankie? Overall, they allowed one goal. You took care of business. I'm more frustrated that goals didn't go in, dude. You know what I'm saying? It was like, how does that happen? You know, how does that happen? By the way, let me go on Instagram. By the way, we are also on Instagram. CSG Miami, Alex Palenzuela, thank you out there. Ray Martinez, thank you, sir. RMC, Lemon City Live, the boys. I had the shirt on from Lemon City Live on the show the other day. Logan Cohen, Jamie Palacios, Michael's FinFan. What's that? I guess it's Larry, Lar, Bear 63. Great game and great win. I don't know about a great game, but it was a great win because it's the playoffs. Okay. And you got to win, you got to advance, you got to take care of business. You're playing against an inferior team. And let me tell you something. Here's what one thing that I would say about what happened tonight. Okay. How many times is Inter Miami going to play like this and score just 2 goals? I think you got your one shot. I think if they play like this against anybody else, there's 5, 6, 7 goals on the board. Okay? That's the way I'm going to look at it. I'm going to look at it that way. It's kind of like today. I told you on the show today that I gave the Rangers goalie mad props for last night against the Panthers. He lost 3-1, but I thought he played outstanding, dude, because the Panthers peppered his ass and they should have scored more, and he was amazing. And they still won, and they still lost. Panthers still won 3-1, and I was commending him. You know what I'm saying? It was one of those. But there was a lot of luck, kind of like almost you were in the right place at the right time type of. I'm telling you, it was kind of like an angel in the box is what it was. There is no way that Inter Miami plays another game like this and they end up with a mere 2 goals. And they don't end up with a bunch of them in the back of the net. Because those ones that hit the post, they don't hit the post. They go in. You know what I'm saying? It just that it seemed to me like there was just something that Atlanta kept getting lucky. You know, because they were thoroughly outplayed. They were thoroughly outclassed. There was no reason, but this is why I told you during the show that, you know, be careful. Atlanta's been a pain in the ass for Miami. I don't know why. I can't explain it. I'd love to tell you, I'd love to reason with you, but I can't reason with you on this one. It's just, I have no idea how in the world Atlanta keeps hanging with Inter Miami. I don't know how Miami is 1-1-1 in 3 games against Atlanta this year. I can't believe that this is the first win against Atlanta this year. These are things that I can't explain. I wish I could, but I cannot explain it. And that's why I'm telling you that I'm going to look at this game and say, if I'm Inter Miami, I'm like, fellas, we played a hell of a game. Let's play just like this next Saturday. And they get a good 8 days off now, too, by the way, which is pretty cool. Okay. You know, Atlanta just played a couple nights ago, and now, you know, they got to play again. They play against Miami, and now they get the same 8 nights, but they've played more games in a short amount of time, where Miami now gets that rest, which is pretty cool. Plus, trip to Atlanta isn't a long trip, not a big deal. So not a lot of wear and tear or anything like that. So I like this, that they can actually pace themselves in this one. But next week, next Saturday, if the game is like this in the first 35 minutes, it'll be 3-0. I can guarantee you this. It'll be 3 or 4-0 if it opens the same exact way next Saturday. That's the way I'm going to think, and I'm going to look at this game. That's the way I'm going to look at it. Let's see what else do we have on here. Feel sad for Ian Frey. Yeah, it's terrible to see what happened to Ian Frey, and to know that it's happened to him 3 other times. So the poor kid is prone to it. Athletics is a weird thing, because not only does it take an elite athlete to play in the MLS, to play in the NFL, to play in Major League Baseball, and so on and so forth. Okay, you got to be an elite athlete, but your body also has to be able to take the wear and tear. You know, Robbie Robinson, that is also on InterMiami. He was a first-round pick for them. He's had all kinds of issues, physical and mental. And you just, this will eat you up alive. You know, this is not an easy thing. You got to play at a high level, and then your body's got to be able to take the beating. Look at Messi. Look at his age, how long he's played. You saw his ankle, how mangled it was a couple of months ago, and he had to be off the ankle for a while, and then he's back. But look how long he's played, and he hasn't been necessarily injury prone. You know what I'm saying? But it shows how tough that son of a bitch is. And he's played that long, you know? And look at Ian Frey, young, agile, athletic, fast, not durable, unfortunately. It's tough. He does, his legs seem to wear out at this level. And man, tough. Great kid, fought through all that adversity. Really, really tough to see that happen. I am hoping, by the way, that Alex Winley will get to join us here on Postgame. She's going to try to, she didn't promise and say she was going to for sure chime in, but hopefully when she's done with her work, she can join us and talk a little bit about this match. It was a terrific match overall. I got to say, the team, when you look at the stats, possession was 60 to 39, 60 and a half to 39 and a half. Shots 22-7 in favor of InterMiami. Shots on goal 11-2. Pretty efficient for Atlanta. They only had 2 shots on goal and they scored on one of them. Block shots, Miami had 5. They had 2. Total passes, 720 to 379. I think Miami controlled possession. Passing accuracy, 87.6 to 82.6. I mean, all the numbers. Miami had 11 corners to 4. Total crosses, 9 to 4 for Miami. The offsides, Miami didn't have 1 offsides. They had 3. Goalkeeper saves. They had 8 goalkeeper saves. I'm sorry, you're not doing that against InterMiami. He'll never do that again against InterMiami. No shot on Saturday. There are 8 goalkeeper saves. He was out of his mind today. Clearances, they had to clear 13-4. I mean, it just shows you how much Miami was all over it. Miami got no yellow cards in this game. Atlanta ended up getting 1, so that was good. They did get Avilas off the field for Kremoski, so that helped out, because if you keep Avilas on the pitch, eventually he will pick up a penalty, because that's what Thomas Avilas does. You know, he picks up a bunch of penalties. But anyway, it's just they dominated in all the stats. They dominated in the play. It just was not something that was dominant in the scoreboard. It was 2-1. Crazy, right? So just crazy shit. Suarez, by the way, scored in the 2nd minute of the game. And that play, Alba first made the pass to Gomez, who then got it to Suarez. But that pass that Alba got to Gomez and then got it to Alba, I mean, then got it to Suarez for the goal. I got to give Alba a lot of credit because that hockey assist that he gets, because it doesn't go on there, but he kind of had a hockey assist in all of this. That was a beautiful play to set that whole goal up and for Suarez to be able to finish it. The one that I forgot who it was that tipped it to Messi, and for Messi, I mean, the goalie got the knee on it. Just that shit that's just never going to happen again, dude. Just never going to happen. This was one of those games that I could not figure out what the hell is going on here. Well, what did Atlanta do that they've kind of kept these people, out of the damn goal? By the way, end of the 9th, so we're going to the 10th, Yankees and Dodgers, and your 3A Graphics sports calendar, okay? Alan Blanco and the great people at 3A Graphics, 786-618-1443, custom printing and embroidery. That's your scoreboard right now. Yankees and Dodgers, 2-2, okay? Just to kind of keep you updated on some of the things going on locally in sports. We don't have any Heat in action tonight. The Panthers aren't in action tonight, so don't have to talk about it. Heat are in action tomorrow against the Hornets, and the Panthers are also back in action on Saturday. They are taking on the Islanders on the road. So to give you that. By the way, tomorrow at 11 o'clock in Los Angeles. So it's 8 o'clock over there. But here on the east side, it's an 11 o'clock game. The Galaxy and Colorado in the MLS. If you want to watch it, since for those of you that are now, becoming Inter-Miami fans and all of that kind of stuff, you may want to kind of start watching the rest of the league. That's what I'm doing myself to kind of learn the other teams and that kind of stuff. And obviously it's Western Conference tomorrow, LA and Colorado. But on Sunday, you've got Orlando and Charlotte on this side, and that's at 7:30, and then another West Coast game at 9:45, LAFC in Vancouver, and then Monday we'll continue the games and all that kind of stuff. There's a whole bunch of teams playing, so playoffs are all on. So check it out there, but you should kind of keep up with it so you can check out the opponents that Miami may be facing in the next rounds coming up, at least as we hope that they continue to advance. Oscar says, quick fact, extra innings are old school rules, not the extra inning rules during the season. Okay. Oh, yeah. I know what you're saying. Yeah. Cardinals cooking some on Sunday. Well, we're not talking any. This is strictly Inter-Miami. I could give you the score on what's going on, but we're not going to talk baseball. We're not going to talk Dolphins. We're not going to talk Canes. None of that. So if you want to talk Inter, you want to talk the MLS, you want to talk Messi, you want to talk that, we can do those kind of things. That's what I'm going to dedicate this time to. That's what this is for. That's why we did it. So, kind of to build this up, because we're the only ones that are going to do it. You know what I'm saying? So, by the way, do me a favor. Give me 30 seconds here so I can make a switch. I need to actually turn on the AC.
If you're looking to take your home or business to the next level, then RM Contractors and Custom Drywall can assist you. RM specializes in new residential turnkey, new commercial turnkey, home and office remodeling. Call them for free estimates. Serving all of South Florida, licensed and insured. Call Ray or Mike, 305-345-3649. You work hard to create the perfect atmosphere. You dream it, we'll build it. RM Contractors and Custom Drywall, 305-345-3649. Or Instagram at RMC Fisher Island.
All right. Frankie says, do you think the MLS should get rid of the playoffs and just the same as... No, that's never going to happen, Frankie. It's never going to happen. Never going to happen. This is America. We do the playoffs here. That's how it goes. The American way is the playoffs. That whole table shit, and at the end, no, that's not going to happen. That's never going to happen here. Ever going to happen here. The American way is the playoffs. So we will play the games the way the games are played, but we will settle the playoffs the way the Americans settle the playoffs. Everybody plays in the playoffs, and you settle it on the pitch, on the ice, on the field, on the hardwood. I'm good with that one. I'm good with that one. I like our way of playoffs better than that one. Yeah. I'd rather have this one. But the American way produces more money, Frankie. You have a lot more games in the postseason. You create more interest. Everybody is involved because a lot of teams make the playoffs, so everybody has a chance. So that creates more interest. So you can never, ever expect them to change anything about the playoff. They might change to tweak their own thing, but it'll always be the American way of doing things. That's how it's always going to be. So that I can guarantee you that will never happen because it's not the way we do that in this country. So we're going to do it our way, and our way is playoffs. That's how we settle everything. You decide who makes the playoffs in the regular season, and in the playoffs, you decide who wins the championship. And that's kind of the way it's going to go. So yeah, I think that will never ever change. The point is better. Focus on giving the title to the team who has the most points by the end of the season. Nah. Sometimes the team that has the points at the end of the season may not be the best team because the best team may have had injuries. And then they ended up being a middling playoff team or a lesser playoff team, but they got healthy towards the end of the season. That's happened lots of times in the playoffs. Lots of times the best team isn't really the best team. You know what I'm saying? They were the best team in the regular season, but maybe for a specific reason, not because they were necessarily the best. Sometimes that is the case. Sometimes it's not. You know? I remember years ago, Jeff Van Gundy and the Knicks had a bunch of injuries, and they ended up in the 8th seed. And they weren't an 8th seed in any way, stretch, or form. And they ended up, I believe, either in the NBA Finals or the conference finals. I forgot how it went. But they got super far. Why? Because they had injuries during the year. And that's happened before in football and in baseball and in basketball. It happens with some teams that they have trouble during the regular season. They have some injuries. They get tripped up. And then you're going to penalize them for that? No, now they get healthy and they get to settle it in the playoffs. So, if you're really the best, you'll settle it in the playoffs. If you just want to play the top two teams, then, or just give the championship to the team with the best record at the end, I don't know if that's necessarily always the best team, So it could go both ways too. You could be great during the regular season and then you fold like a cheap 10 in the postseason, but too bad, so sad. Right? That's why the American champion in any sport is impressive, because you made it through the regular season and then you made it through the gauntlet of the playoffs. Takes a pretty special team to do that. More special than just running the regular season and just winning the regular season title. Hell, Frankie, in the NBA, we don't even value the regular season. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I guess because I grew up in this country, but the way I see it, I got no problem doing it the American way. I don't know, Big O. Single elimination after this round cheapens the regular season a bit too much. If nobody plays in the playoffs, that's the cheapest way you can do it. If you only played the top two or gave it to the one person with all the points, does it get any cheaper than that? You know what I'm saying? But you can't, after they've played an entire season and they've played tournaments and they've played international stuff and they've played U.S. Open Cup and they've played Leagues Cup. And then they get to the playoffs. And in the first round, you're playing a round robin. But then after single, how many games are you going to force people to play? You know what I'm saying? So I can understand. You got to kind of take care of things, In the end, bro, it's the playoffs. Show up, get it done. No excuses for Miami, my brother. They've got the best team. They've got the biggest salary. They've got the best players. Find a way to win the damn game, and find a way to do it. Michael Finfan says on Instagram, I don't know about our record versus Atlanta. You make all the sense in the world as usual. Thank you. It was 0-1-1, dude. Today was the first win against Atlanta this season. Miami is better than Atlanta. You probably tuned in late, but I already talked about it. Miami was 0-1-1 against Atlanta going into this game. This is the first time they won. It's for some weird-ass reason, this team gives them problems. And today, I swear there was like something there helping them, because I don't understand how that game didn't end up 6-1, 5-1, 7-1. I just can't understand it, to be quite honest. And the goaltender is not going to have a game like this again. I'm sorry. And these guys aren't going to miss these kind of goals again, and they're not going to hit the post again. They're going to go in the next time around. So, Michael, thank you. Thank you to all there on Instagram watching the show and supporting us. And don't forget, if you're watching on YouTube, please smash the hell out of the like button. Very important that you smash the hell out of the like button. All right, folks? Don't forget Welt and Rayom, a proud sponsor of our program. We love talking about Jeff Welt and Daniel Rayom, two lawyers that are absolute bulldogs for you. They will get it done, okay? When we talk about Welt and Rayom, there's the River Pub. Jeff Welt and Daniel Rayom, they know how to get it done. They are absolute monsters. 954-966-4646. If you're dealing with bankruptcy issues, which unfortunately a lot of Americans are dealing with bankruptcy issues, homeowner property damage, condo damage, criminal defense, business owner claims, if you suffered any damage to any of these storms that just passed, call them. They will send their adjusters, and then they will attack the insurance company for you. You will never have to deal with the insurance company. They will deal with the insurance company for you. So call Jeff Welt or Daniel Rayom. The consultation is free. 954-966-4646. Okay? Oscar's giving me updates here on baseball, and he's saying it's 3-2. It is. Yankees 3-2 in the middle of the 10th. So we're going to the bottom of the 10th, and the Doyers will have their opportunity to tie. We'll keep you updated on that. As always, by the way, reminder on the platform, tomorrow night we're on after the University of Miami and FSU game. So we'll have our post-game show. Manny Navarro will join us fresh out of the locker rooms. So we'll talk to Manny there. Also, Sunday, pre- and post-game show. All right? Also, Dolphins and Arizona. We will start at 11 a.m., like always. And we'll get you ready for the pregame show. We'll get you ready for kickoff and then post-game. Okay? I have not done a Crypto Bro show. I did one yesterday, but not today because, again, I had to do this. I already did the day show. Tomorrow I've got Sunday I've got the Dolphins. So I've kind of, if anything breaks tomorrow that's really, really big or anything like that, I'll do something short crypto-wise. But right now it's kind of quiet right now. Actually, there's a nice dip in the altcoin market. If there's some that you really like, it's a good opportunity to take advantage of some of the altcoins. That's for damn sure. Anyway, that's what's going on there. So Miami gets to win 2-1. Suarez scores the goal in the second minute. Alba scores the goal in the 60th minute for Atlanta. Sabalo, or Saba, if you just want to call him by his first name, 39th minute, he got the goal. for Atlanta. And I believe he scored also. Yes, he might have scored 2 goals in that 3-1 game against Miami. I think he might have scored 2 goals. I think he might have scored a brace against Miami in that 3-1 game. I'd have to look it up. Hell of a player, obviously. Veteran, a hell of a player. And he got his goal. Calendar made a couple of nice saves in the game. And then, obviously, the really bad news was Ian Frey suffering a right knee injury and needed to be helped off the pitch, which was kind of depressing because the kids fought through 3 torn ACLs already as it is. So this looked like it was a 4th one. He has 2 in the left knee. He had 1 in the right, and the injury was to the right knee. So we don't know exactly. I have not seen anything yet on Twitter on the Inter side to see if there's any news. I doubt that they're going to give them the news right away on what's going on with Ian Frey. But the way he was broken down, you can probably figure that the poor kid, it was an ACL. Let's see, Jordy. Franco Panizo says the South Florida side prevails. Jordi Alba's stunning strike from distance. Another win in Atlanta next week moves La Rosa Negra to the next round, but plenty of concerns for Ian Frey tonight. I'm trying to see if there's anything here that gives you any updates. I don't think they're going to address the injury right away. You know what I'm saying? They still got to have the MRI and everything else, but obviously it doesn't look good. I'm not seeing any kind of news right now coming out of the game that says anything about the injury or anything else going on with the match. Alex Winley says, tough and rather sad game for the Herons. While they got the win, the injury to Ian Frey will surely loom over the team's head. Statistically, Miami should have at least had 3 goals tonight. On to the next match. 3 goals on the low side, okay? But again, it just, most of the stuff that they're talking about is basically the last stuff that most of the beat writers had is just to point out the what's it called? The injury to Frey. That's about it. That's the only thing. Well, that's what I was doing now, Oscar. I saw your text there. I definitely was looking up to see if there was anything else. Normally, they don't update injuries right away after the game anymore. They used to at least years ago, they used to maybe talk a little bit about it and kind of guess that kind of stuff, but now they don't do it anymore. Now they don't even address it. Hey, we'll look at it. We'll get it examined. It didn't look good or so. That's as far as they'll go. Nowadays, they just don't do that with the HIPAA stuff and everything else. Plus respect for the player at the moment. Let them address it. Let them go through the whole process. Don't do it for them. Don't speak for them. Let them, kind of address their own situation and respect their space. So that's usually what ends up happening. So I don't think you're going to get anything on any players that were banged up. They'll always give you the whole thing. We got to check it out. But the Ian Frey one did not look good. Now, I don't mean anything negative by this, okay? The bright side of it, if I'm going to find some kind of a bright side out of this, is that Miami is deep. Okay, so they've got a lot of guys. They're pretty much healthy. They've got a full roster right now. This is a loss, and it's sad because the kid is a fantastic kid and has worked so hard to get back from this. And he's one of those young guys that you've been, bringing up and developing, with all the other young guys that you have on this team. It's not just, that's the beauty of the construction of the InterMiami roster. is that you've got a beautiful mix of world-class seasoned veterans, obviously, and then you've got a whole group of young guys, Gomez and Redondo and Kromaski and Ian Frey, and Wright, and it just, and Calendar, and it just goes on, and you got a whole bunch of young guys, and it's really cool that you've got that kind of depth, and you're developing the future, because Campana, which I didn't mention, another young guy, that guy would be starting in more than half this league. More than 15 teams will easily trade for Leo Campana right now. Right now, they'll trade for Leo Campana. And you've got him coming off the bench. That's how nasty this team is. So that's the good thing about it, that we're not talking about a team. Chris Henderson, the general manager, has done a marvelous job of building this roster back up again. So, it's been phenomenal. It really has. All right. Let's see. What else do we have going on? Let me see what we got. Thank you to all on Instagram also watching. Appreciate you. Wilmer, J-Flow, Yabonik, or Yabonik, or I don't know what it really stands for, but there's a Nick in there, so appreciate you tuning in. As always, thank you all out there. Thank you for keeping it locked here and supporting the platform. Don't forget to smash the hell out of the like button. Please share the platform. We'll be back tomorrow night, right after the University of Miami kick FSU's ass, because that's what we're hoping for, a nice ass kicking of FSU. That's what we need to see, a flat-out ass kick. And then we're back on Sunday, pregame for Dolphins and postgame for Dolphins, and they better get a victory. You know that Kyler Murray hasn't won back-to-back games since like 2001. They won last week, Arizona. Let's hope that the Dolphins aren't the streak buster for Kyler Murray. So we'll be back tomorrow night for UM and FSU, and then on Sunday for the Dolphins and Arizona Cardinals pre- and post-game show. We thank all of you out there for tuning in. Appreciate all of you out there. Don't forget, you can always make a donation, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That's Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo, and you can make a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation. We will see you tomorrow night, same time, same place. We'll do it this way. Same Tua channel.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.